action is Ohio Senator J.D. Vance is with us. Sir, good to have you. Good to see you. So Joe Biden, the irony of all this, he chose a vice president that supported the rioting in the summer of 2020, tweeted out the bail fund, and then went on Colbert and said they're not going to stop. They shouldn't stop. I'm not going to stop. And that violence is going to continue. And ironically, also called out the one person in the Democratic primary that called him out for partnering with the former Klansman to stop the integration of public schools and busing. She said she was that girl. She was that person that was punished because of what Joe was trying to do. Pretty ironic on both fronts, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I'd say so, Sean. The Democrats seem to not have great self-awareness on this stuff. They've been using violent rhetoric to describe their political opponents, not just for a couple of cycles, but for decades. And if we just go back to what President Trump said, one of the craziest things that I've seen today is that a Chinese car executive, Sean, promised a bloodbath in the American auto industry, literally echoing exactly what Donald Trump said. And now the media is freaking out because he described a reality with actual true language. If we don't stop Joe Biden's war on American auto workers and American cars, you're going to have a complete decimation of the jobs and the livelihoods in the state of Ohio that rely on that auto industry. If you're in Michigan, if you're in Pennsylvania and your livelihood depends on the auto industry, what are you more worried about? Donald Trump telling the truth but using a word the media doesn't like, or the fact that Joe Biden is coming for your job and coming for your livelihood? This is so good for Republicans, Sean, that they are hysterically reacting to what Donald Trump said, ignoring the fact that it's true and it rings true for a lot of voters all across the heartland.
And this is the thing. I mean, we're talking about really high-paying career jobs in the auto industry. And look, if some people want to have electric vehicles, I'm all for it. If Tesla is hiring American workers and Elon Musk is hiring American workers, I don't care what car he produces. I'm happy that those Americans are successful, have a job, have a career, have a future, can pay the rent, can pay the mortgage, and pay for their kids' college and put food on the table. But the same for gas-powered vehicles. But the left with their crazy climate agenda, okay, they're going to force people into cars they don't want, tell them they can't eat meat, take away their gas stoves that they themselves use, their refrigerators, their air conditionings, and their, washers and dryers. This is what America needs to know about the radicalism of today's left. Do you think most Americans that maybe aren't watching this show tonight, or those Americans that are not, do you think that they're going to understand this in November?
I really do think they will, Sean. I mean, look, the Democrats are waging war on basic American prosperity. They want us to drive cars that are made in China. Donald Trump wants us to drive cars that are made in America because that's good for our workers and that's good for the people driving the cars, too. And I got to say, Sean, this entire episode, I think, has taught us something about weak-willed Republicans, because it's not just the Democrats who have attacked Donald Trump for telling the truth. It's also a lot of weak-willed Republicans. It's one of the reasons why you'll see I've endorsed Bernie Moreno, a guy who's been going across the state of Ohio, who's got a big election tomorrow, and he's been saying, defending Donald Trump, not running away from this media firestorm, and that's what we've got to do. Send not just Donald Trump to the White House, but send good Republicans to fight for the agenda that's good for the people of Ohio, Michigan, and Pennsylvania. That's exactly what Bernie Moreno is trying to do, and that's what we've got to do more of, Sean. Anybody who's running away from this firestorm is a political idiot, and they've not got the best interest of the people of Ohio at heart. Trump told the truth. Let's defend him, and let's push that message forward.
All right, J.D. Vance, Senator, great state of Ohio. Thank you. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.